In Half-Life Alyx, you'll sometimes see this type of apartment building. On different parts of its facade, there is graffiti. One of the graffitis is of an Aperture Science turret with a heart. On the bookshelf beside the portal in Black Mesa East in Half-Life 2, there is a book you can find called The Extreme Aggrotado by Mark Laidlaw. Mark Laidlaw was the writer of Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2. The Extreme Aggrotado is a fictional book. However, two of Mark Laidlaw's real books, The 37th Mandela and The Orchid Eater, appear in Gordon Freeman's locker in Half-Life 1. In Half-Life 2 Raising the Bar, there is concept art by Chuck Jones for one additional HECU enemy type, the Sergeant. He used to wield an M60 light machine gun that he would spray the battlefield with. Then, as a secondary attack, he would use Law rocket launchers for a double rocket attack. Finally, he had a melee attack. He would also be in charge of the grunts and be in contact with command. The Sergeant would become an animated model called H-Assault. Here's the model in Source 2. It is included, though remains unused, in Half-Life 1's files. Rather than the previously mentioned attacks, you'd be given a minigun and associated backpack. In Half-Life Alyx, just after speaking with Olga in the first map of the game, if you turn around and look up to the top of the building at the end of the alley, you will see a cat patrolling the roof. Part of the cat's route includes going through the nearby roof. While the cat doesn't have a proper name in Hammer, there is a missing cat poster in the basement of the laundromat for a Beatrice, whose coat is the same pattern. On the Halo 4 map Landfall, if you go into the garage, you can find a vehicle on a jack for repairs. It has a crate on the flatbed that can be used to reach the catwalk above. And you can even crouch inside the cockpit. This is a Turbogen Spade, the first vehicle you can drive in Halo Reach's first playable level, Winter Contingency. Landfall itself is set in Casbah City on the planet Tribute, a neighbor of the planet Reach. In CS2's version of Italy, an apartment, there is this room completely blocked off by boxes. The interior of the room is entirely complete with no errors, should you no-clip into it. This room was originally the only method of navigating apartments, as seen here in CSGO, and here in Counter-Strike Source. This doorway bypassing the blocked room was added for CS2's version. Thanks to the final hours of Portal 2, we can take a look at several pieces of concept art for Atlas and Peabody. While some designs are similar to what they look like in the retail title, others are extremely different. Just after the burger tank in No Mercy's chapter, The Sewer, you will come across an industrial building owned by Hirsch Shipping Company. Entering the building is part of how you progress through to the titular sewer. Hirsch later reappears in Crash Course's first chapter, where it is revealed that Francis has a history with them.
I drove for Hirsch once, till some guy laughed at my little brown shorts, and I beat him to death.